The Ottoman Mamluk War of 1516 to 1517 was the second major conflict between the Egypt-based Mamluk Sultanate and the Ottoman Empire. The war transformed the Ottoman Empire from a realm at the margins of the Islamic world, mainly located in Anatolia and the Balkans, to a huge empire encompassing the traditional lands of Islam, including the cities of Mecca, Cairo, Damascus and Aleppo. It continued to be ruled, however, from Constantinople. Background: the relationship between the Ottomans and the Mamluks had been adversarial since the fall of Constantinople to the Ottomans in 1453. Both states vied for control of the spice trade, and the Ottomans aspired to eventually taking control of the holy cities of Islam. An earlier conflict, which lasted from 1485 to 1491, had led to a stalemate. By 1516, the Ottomans were free from other concerns. Sultan Selim I had just vanquished the Safavid Persians at the Battle of Chaldiran in 1514, and turned their full might against the Mamluks, who ruled in Syria and Egypt, to complete the Ottoman conquest of the Middle East. Operations: the war consisted of several battles. The Mamluk army was rather traditional, mainly consisting in cavalry using bows and arrows, whereas the Ottoman army, and especially the Janissaries, was quite modern, using arquebus. The Mamluks remained proud in the tradition and tended to disregard the usage of firearms. Operations in the Levant: the Ottomans first captured the city of Diyarbakir in southeastern Anatolia. The Battle of Majdabik was decisive, in which the Mamluk ruler Qansar al-Ghuri was killed. The Ottomans apparently outnumbered the Mamluks by a factor of 3 to 1. Syria fell under the rule of the Ottomans with this single battle. The Battle of Yunus Khan occurred near Gaza and was again a defeat for the Mamluks. Operations in Egypt: after the death of the Mamluk Sultan, the new Sultan, Tuman Bey, frantically recruited troops from various classes of society and Bedouins, and attempted to equip his armies with some amount of cannons and firearms, but all at the last minute and on a limited scale. Finally, at the doorstep of Cairo, the Battle of Ridania took place, in which the Ottoman commander Hadim Sanar Pasha lost his life. In this battle, Selim I and Tuman Bey faced each other. The firearms and guns deployed by Tuman Bey turned out to be almost useless, as the Ottomans managed an attack from the rear. Tuman Bey was finally captured and hanged at the gate of Cairo. The campaign had been supported by a fleet of about 100 ships that supplied the troops during their campaign to the south. A few days later, Cairo was captured and sacked by the Ottomans. As a consequence, the Sharif of Mecca also submitted to the Ottomans, placing the holy cities of Mecca and Medina under Ottoman rule. Ottoman power extended as far as the southern reaches of the Red Sea, although control of Yemen remained partial and sporadic. Consequences: Mamluk culture and social organization persisted at a regional level, and the hiring and education of Mamluk slave soldiers continued. But the ruler of Egypt was an Ottoman governor protected by an Ottoman militia. The fall of the Mamluk Sultanate effectively put an end to the Portuguese-Mamluk naval war, but the Ottomans then took over the attempts to stop Portuguese expansion in the Indian Ocean. The conquest of the Mamluk Empire would also open up the territories of Africa to the Ottomans. During the 16th century, Ottoman power would expand further west of Cairo, along the coasts of northern Africa. The corsair Hayreddin Barbarossa established a base in Algeria, and later accomplished the conquest of Tunis in 1534. Cairo remained in Ottoman hands until the 1798 French conquest of Egypt, when Napoleon I claimed to eliminate the Mamluks.